Well, hello everyone. Welcome. We are so excited to have you with us today for the grand finale of our Heroes Journey class of 2024 launch. Darren and the A team have been doing the full court blitz on all things leadership and Heroes Journey to ensure we leave no hero left behind before we close the doors today, which is happening in just 1 hour. So, for those who do not know me, hello, I'm Missy, and I'm honored to be a part of the community team here at Darren Hardy LLC. And I'm also thrilled to be the Class 24's Journey host. And as you notice, I'm not alone today, though I have two of my most fun teammates here, Kylie and Allie. Ladies, want to introduce yourself to everyone hopping on with us today at this finale event?
Absolutely. Why, thank you, Missy. Well, hi, everyone. My name is Allie. I am the Director of Communications here at Darren Hardy LLC. Now, many of you have probably seen me at the start or at the ending of Darren Daily lately. So hopefully you're tuning in with us there every weekday morning. So if you have been, I'm going to need you to drop a hashtag Yay Allie in the comments. I'm just kidding. Please don't do that. Absolutely do not do that. But do drop a hashtag never miss in the comments if you're there with us every morning on Darren Daily. And if there happens to be a hashtag Yay Allie, I won't be mad. It'll be fine. We'll all be okay. So also, hello. The reason I'm here co-hosting today is because I was the Hero's Journey host in 2022 and 2023 in this program, and our hero alumni are near and dear to my heart. This is a really, really exciting moment to officially hand the torch off to you, Missy, as you step into the hostess role for all of 2024. So we're all really excited about this. We also know how much the community is really looking forward to spending the full year with you as their guide as well. So speaking of torch, I'm going to pass it over to the one who originally paved the way for us all and handed the hosting torch to me, Kylie.
Thank you, Allie. I am Kylie. For those who don't know me, I am coming up on my 9-year A-team anniversary at the start of February, so time flies extra fast around here, that is for sure. I'm loving seeing everybody already jumping into the chat, ladies. I see many community members that we love, that we see often, many heroes. Ray Lassos, I see you, one of our superheroes for this upcoming class. Mandy Langley, nice to see you. Never miss. And a yay, Allie. Love that. Dave Copesell, who we'll be seeing later on this live as well. And lots of others. So go ahead. If you're just jumping in, we like to do this. Share where you're joining us from. And I also am here because Allie said I was a host back on the Hero's Journey founding class. So if you are a founder, feel free to put hashtag founder. We love our founding class. And many of them are back with us for this 2024 class as well. So let's see. Our chat's slightly delayed, just so everybody knows. Aaron Garrett, awesome to see you. I hear you might be a surprise guest up here later too, possibly. So great to see everybody. Beth Sanchez, of course, from Pittsburgh. Great to see you as a founder. And yeah, chat's starting to really go, Allie, over there. So you want to share what's next?
Absolutely. So we're going off the rails over there. Thank you, Ray, for that hashtag Yay Allie. I saw that as well. Excuse me. So our community is just incredible. They know what we love to do around here. Now, Marianne, our producer behind the scenes, she tells us that this hour is going to go by way faster than we think. So I just want to make sure that we get going quickly. We're anticipating that we're going to have so many different people in our community with us today. We have our beloved alumni. We have our new 2024 heroes. So if that's you, put hashtag alumni in the chat or hashtag 2024 hero in the chat. So we are so happy to have those who show up every time here for us. So that said, this event has been created with a certain part of our community in mind. Now, those who have been intrigued by Hero's Journey, have been thinking about it. Maybe you're on the fence or a friend told you about this Darren Hardy guy and his incredible hero leadership program, whatever it is. Maybe you just need a little more information to decide if you're ready to commit fully to this and join us in this adventure for the year to come. So if that's you, welcome. We are so happy to have you here. Now, be sure if that's you and you're on the fence, just let us know, right? Hashtag on the fence in the comments. As you can see, we really love our hashtags. So, Missy, can you officially get us started and go ahead and do our starting rituals to get this party started?
I would love to, Allie. Thank you so much. All right. Well, if this is your first time with us ever on a live event, we always start with our starting rituals just to get set and so we can really be present while we're here together. So the first thing we do is we focus and clear the calculator. So make sure your door is shut. Kylie, did you remove the cat from the premises? Just kidding. And Allie, how about your daughter Gia? Is she occupied with snacks and a show?
Oh, yeah, I've got her taped to the wall, so she's not going to be escaping.
Okay, great. All right, well, we got number one taken care of. All right, second is we are going to breathe. So on the count of three, we're going to take a deep breath in together. 1, 2, 3, breathe. And out. Awesome. Great way to reset the body and mind together. And third, we're going to state the purpose of this gathering. Like Allie mentioned briefly, is to make sure we leave no hero behind as we get ready to close the doors to our 2024 class. We only have 55 minutes until that happens. So Kylie, I'll toss it to you if you want to go over a bit of our agenda today.
Perfect. So we have lots of fun in store for today over these next 55 minutes. If you have not been to this type of event with us before, we're excited to have you with us right now. We like to say you never know what's going to happen when we're live. It's going to be a little bit impromptu style. We will keep chat open throughout this time. So if you have a question about Hero's Journey or this special cohort class, please feel free to ask. We'll try to get to as many as we can. Also, our amazing producer, Mariana, is behind the scenes. She's ready to pull up some special clips that we've pulled together, different resources we've got from community members. And what we're most excited about is bringing some special guests from the community over this time together. So again, the doors close officially at 5 p.m. Eastern. That's where I am. And 2 p.m. over for those on the West Coast in Pacific time. No exceptions. Chris on the A team is behind the scenes, ready to ensure that our doors are closed at that time. So if you've been thinking about it, now is the time. You can go to heroesjourney.com, and that's where you go. Mariana will also keep posting that link in the chat. That way nobody is left behind. And for those who do not know, our 2024 class already started this week officially on Tuesday. We had a great kickoff with Darren and Missy, who hosted that as well. And we also followed that session up with getting all of our 2024 heroes into our new Hero Hub space. We are really excited about this enhancement to this year's cohort, and lots of buzz is already happening there. Already some connections and groups are forming already. And Missy, also yesterday in our Hero Hub, you hosted something great with Ginger as well. So do you want to tell people what happened yesterday?
Yes, Kylie, thank you. So we had about 200 fellow heroes come to our welcome party where we did a show and tell and helped everyone see how to navigate this new platform that we're doing through the cohort. And everyone has been so excited about having an exclusive place where this cohort only can be together and have the program and events all in one place. And here are a few things our heroes were saying about the new platform and cohort. Mariana, can you show the clip?
One of the things that really stood out, so many people going through this program for the second and third time, this time with a higher commitment to play full out in ways that they might not have done it the first time. Sticking through the quest, doing the groups, and then finding these groups. The previous 2 times I did it solo. I'm in a group this time, and to see others going through this experience as well and coming back to play harder is just incredibly motivational.
Talking about family, a lot of them saying leadership, not only in their A team that they personally have in business, but they were looking forward to being better a leader in their own homes and in their own family. And then we talked about the fact that the Hardy Club cohort, putting it in the Hardy Club has been great because everything's right there. You get all of your contact and you don't have to go to another, don't have to open up my vault, don't have to open up something else to get to it. Having it all in one place. Bravo, bravo, bravo. It's excellent.
Love those. So Missy, that was awesome. Those are just a short clip from yesterday's welcome party that you hosted with Ginger again. So go ahead,
Yes.
let's keep going here. And thank you, Mariana, for dropping the link right there. So we've only got 51 minutes till the doors close, and we're for real. The doors are really closing. So let's keep going.
For real. That's what I tell my kids when I'm really serious. For real.
Yep.
But thank you again, Marianne, for sharing that. It was such a great party, and the energy was seriously electric. We had a lot of alumni back with us, as well as people that are going through it for the first time. So it was fun to see all the new faces as well as the familiar ones yesterday. And as the first clip we showed mentioned, everyone is so pleased about how easy it's been to find an accountability group for the hero's journey. We have found that going through the program with about 3 to 5 others make an incredible difference to the outcome of the training. When you have others to hold you accountable every week, as well as people to talk to about your takeaways, learnings, and breakthroughs, it really just edifies the experience and really takes it to a whole new level. And we call the leaders of these after action huddles facilitators. And we are so grateful for the support they give to these groups. And speaking of facilitators, we have the king facilitator of them all, Thomas Peterson, with us today. We hope he's logging on right now to share with us his experience. But Thomas has led and facilitated 6 hero journey groups. And that's just incredible. I don't know if I know anybody that's led 6 of them. So that means he's not just doing one a year. He's doing several different facilitating groups. But Thomas not only leads them, but he really goes above and beyond, really giving each person a 13 out of 10 experience. And the way Thomas shows up for others is one of the reasons he is one of our superheroes. So we have 5 superheroes who are taking one stage each and leading the cohort through those specific modules. And we have almost all of them here with us right now. Ray, as you saw in the comments, is here. And Cheryl Lee is here. She's going to be on with us today and about the middle of this session. And then Thomas will be on with us in just a moment. And did I get everybody? Did I say Dave was going to come with us? I don't know if I said, but we are so excited to have him with us. And Thomas is on the call. So Thomas, are you here? All right, there he is.
Here.
Hi, Thomas.
Hey, Thomas.
Just got off a group.
All right. Oh, speaking of, well, it's great to see you, my friend. Thomas, can you tell us what you do, what your company is, and how many people you lead, and why you facilitate?
I am Thomas Peterson. I live in New Jersey, just outside New York City. My company is a sports construction and event company. So we build courts all around the New York, New Jersey area, and our event company goes all over the United States and puts in temporary courts for corporate events and TV shoots and movie shoots and all sorts of crazy stuff.
All right. So why do you choose the hero's journey of all that you have a big team, and we're so grateful to have the impact that you've had. But if someone is sitting on the fence and they have other leadership trainings or courses that they are trying to decide on, why are you so passionate about the hero's journey leadership training specifically, and why have you chosen this as the one your team goes through?
Well, the key is to have good teammates. You need to have good people, and the hero's journey actually builds the person, not your group per se. So they have to become better themselves before they can become better for you. So the hero's journey in general makes you go deep on yourself first before it actually brings you through this metamorphosis of the 21 modules. And the key is the quest, right? You can go and watch any video that's out there, and I do the same thing. I'll jump onto different webinars and stuff like that, and they give you information. But then in the hero's journey, they start to tell you, well, what did you get out of it and how can you use it? And then the next part is, well, here's a quest. Now get your butt out there and actually go and do something about it, right? And what Darren will say, well, that's the mastery, right? You learn it, you hear it, you do some work with it, but then you have to go out and use it. And when you go out and use it, that's when everything starts to change.
And Thomas, you're pretty serious about your accountability groups, which I love and appreciate. And I already saw you in the Hero Hub this week, setting out expectations of, you're looking for serious people. So just maybe give a little bit of insight on who you've met through the program, just those accountability groups, because I think you've been a great example of that, both from Business Masterclass and Hero's Journey, really connecting and meeting with people that help level you up. So can you just talk to that at all?
Sure. I've had great groups. The first time I went through, I have a business coach that I've been using for years, and the ladies know. I actually made him go through all the Darren Hardy programs because I was going through it, and I wanted him to speak the same language. So the first year I signed them up, and he said, oh, this is great. We got to do another program. I go, no, you're actually facilitating it. So he was my facilitator the first time. And then I took from that and just tried to grow a group to get better and better. So I'm really serious when it comes to who I'm choosing, because I was probably one of the first people that made everybody come every week. I wanted that consistency of every Thursday we're there in the morning. If you're not there, the group is making phone calls and saying, "Are you okay? We're waiting for you," or something. That accountability gets you through, and I like the fact that you're saying that you need an accountability partner. You can't do this on your own. This is overwhelming with a group. To try and do this on your own, you will invariably get overwhelmed and drop out. That accountability group, starting from the first one, when you start to build that relationship with them, by the time you get to May and it's like, oh my God, this is really, really intense, you now have a group of people around you that are holding you up and helping you get through the times when you're sort of getting those doubts, right? When you're by yourself and you look in the mirror, you're like, oh, who's going to know? But if you have 5 other or 6 other people that are waiting for you on a Zoom or on a phone call, it's a little bit different. And it's one of the reasons why I facilitate so much. Because if I facilitate, that means I need to be prepared. I need to be ready. I need to learn more than just glance over what's going on. And I can take that stuff that I'm doing and hopefully get that energy to everybody else so they continue. And I can tell you, of all the groups I've had, no one has dropped out once. I haven't had one person drop out.
Wow.
That's amazing. That's a real testament to you, Thomas. And I know there's probably people on the line right now who are thinking this is a year-long course, and am I going to finish it, because they have tried other programs before, and it is a serious program, as Darren explained on our kickoff on Tuesday, and really setting the stage for our class of 2024. But I love how you highlight the accountability group. If you join a group, you're much more likely to finish. We see it every time, and we've had so many great, strong friendships form in our community. And I think it's one of the things that makes us different at Darren Hardy and in our Hardy Club Crash and all of our accountability groups along the way. So thank you so much, Thomas.
And just one quick thing. If you think that this is a long program, you blink your eyes, it'll be Christmas again. You just went through Christmas. Christmas will be back. It seems like a long time, and then the next thing you know, you have those 1 or 2 weeks left, and you're like, oh my God, what am I going to do? All these people became my friends, and now I'm not going to have them, as come January. So it does go really fast, and I would just say stick with it, and you will get more than you could ever possibly imagine.
Love that. Well, thank you so much, Thomas. We could probably talk with you the whole hour, no doubt, and we would love to. We do have a lot more fun, though, so thank you for hopping on. Who's next? Is it me or you?
Well, Kylie, I'll just mention, we just want to make sure that everyone that is on with us now and who's thinking about joining us, first, just be sure that you go to heroesjourney.com right now and enroll. We're seeing a lot of comments in the chat. Thomas is getting a lot of love from that as well. So I just wanted to give a shout out to Beth Sanchez. We see you. And Roger Gauthier, hello to you as well. But Kylie, are we able, or Mariana, maybe you'll let us know, are we able to pull up the page right now to show this?
Oh, yeah, we'll try it. If not,
Okay.
It's okay. We'll just verbally talk you through it. So again, we're coming up to, it's only about 40 more minutes until the doors officially close. So if you're thinking about it, if Thomas spoke to your heart right then, just go to heroesjourney.com. In that top right corner, you will just see enroll now, and that button will just drop you right down, and you'll have 2 different choices. So you can invest in full, just get it done with, and that's great. We have something extra fun that we added in this year with this opening of the 2024 class, a Darren on your desk bobblehead, a little nod there to our new HardyBot technology that we've added into this specific Heroes Journey cohort experience this year, a new addition that's going to be fun for our alumni who are joining us, of course, as well. So the A-team has been having lots of fun with this bobblehead idea over the past several months. So just a little fun gift, nothing crazy, but just for those who choose to invest in full right away. Or you can choose to break your installments up over the course of the next year as you go through the program. So it's just $375 to join us today per month for the next 12 months. Much less than a car payment nowadays, I must say, and it will completely change the trajectory of your life. So I think it's totally worth it on that one. So that's what you got to do to join us. if you are an alumni who is here on with us live, we love our alumni, we love our founders. If you've gone through Hero's Journey and you need to, sharpen things up again on the leadership front, we also do have our alumni only incentive. Many alumni came back full force, which I think really shows how awesome this program is. It says something when somebody keeps coming back again and again through the same core curriculum, but it's different every single time. We hear that every single time from alumni because you're in a different place. The second, the third time you go through it, you're at a different point up on the mountaintop. So, Allie, anything to add on that part?
Yeah, absolutely. Our alumni heroes have been coming out in full force for this 2024 class experience. We're absolutely thrilled and really blown away at how many alumni have decided to rejoin this experience. I mean, we're talking hundreds upon hundreds, and this is only going to make this particular cohort even more special because we have some true pros, just like we saw in Thomas, going through this journey and arm in arm with those who are first timers as well. So Kylie, I actually wanted to share a couple of comments from our live kickoff session from some of our founding heroes or our hero alumni, particularly ones that skipped last year because we didn't do a full cohort experience like this last year and what they had to say. So Aaron Werglin, he said, as a founding Heroes Journey member and a repeat alumni, I'm looking forward to going through for a third time. I skipped last year and I felt the negative impact of not being with others who share a growth mindset on wanting to work on their leadership so that they can better serve their team. That statement in itself was just really powerful to the testament of being together as a group and going through this as a cohort, which is what we're doing this year. And then Sheila, what's your last name? Settinger? Forgive me if I said that wrong. Sheila Settinger, she said, I really relate to that, Aaron. I also skipped last year and I felt it profoundly.
Yes, I loved seeing those comments, in particular, Ellie, on the chat on Tuesday during that kickoff event. And for anybody who's hearing, we started on Tuesday. Do not worry. That is why we are closing the doors today, though. Let's see. Only 37 minutes left until we do. And part of that is so that way you can jump in. This weekend, you can start on Module 1 right away. Huddle groups are already forming in our Hero Hub. It's been really easy for people to find their group, get connected before you start to meet in your group starting next week. Also, Thomas did mention that he meets every week with his groups, so he's pretty hardcore. But there are also groups you can meet every other week. So the way that the program works, you have a module a week, and then the next week we did a Q&A mentor session with Darren, and that's how the program works. It's helping to go even deeper on the stuff that Darren covered the first week. And so you meet together. And also, Allie, Mariana's telling me that we got some questions in the chat. So I'm going to answer just a couple of those that I saw. So Hank Reardon, great question. Does it have to be people locally or can we meet virtually? I'm glad you brought that up. So actually, our community has really formed virtually. We've gotten really good at the virtual connection and community over the last few years since COVID happened. And so we're pros with Zoom and all the things. So most people do meet virtually. With that said, we did launch the Hardy Club this last year. And so with that, more and more accountability groups and people in our community have been meeting in person too. So you do build these really strong connections virtually. The A-team, Allie and Missy, you can attest to, because we're a full virtual team on the A-team. And you get closer with people even sometimes virtually because I guess you don't get as nervous as in person. And then when you do meet them, it's just a next level connection as well. So you can meet virtually, but no doubt, I'm sure there will be lots of heroes in this 2024 class who end up meeting with each other. And Missy, you know that better than anybody because of being our host this last year in the Hardy Club of how many in-person.
Oh yeah, the connections you make over Zoom, it's incredible how close you can become with somebody that you've never met before. So it really is incredible. And I have loved seeing that so many of our Heroes Journey members are answering questions that people are asking in the chat. So thank you for your help jumping in there. But one of them said, how much time do I need to set aside for this? And thank you, Paul, for answering that. But pretty much 60 to 90 minutes is what we recommend per week, because you're going to want to set aside that time to watch the module. And then the Q&A is about the same time as well. But we also would say just a little bit more time to do the quest, because that's really important. So set aside some time. It doesn't have to be back to back, but just that's really important to make sure you do the action part and not just the listening part. And as well as time for your after action huddles, as Kylie was mentioning earlier. It doesn't have to be every week, but at least every other week, set aside some time for that. So it really isn't too much time that you really have to put into this. And the results are just incredible. So.
Mm-hmm. And something that we really recommend too is to schedule this and time block it on your calendar as if it's an appointment that you cannot miss. And so setting a consistent time with that is what our heroes have found have really helped them to stay consistent with this week by week as well.
Great point, Allie. And that's not even just with Heroes Journey, but any of Darren's training. We recommend that highly. So I'm sure there's lots of people from Insane Productivity jumping on with us here. So if you are, or you're in another Darren training, feel free, hashtag any training you are a part of. Let us know in the chat.
That was a really long hashtag. Any training you're a part of, or just
insane, hashtag insane.
Okay. Oh, I get it now. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so we've got lots more guests, and Mariana's right. This time is going fast, and it is getting darker over here on the East Coast. I'm going to be like fully in the dark by the end of it.
I was going to ask. It's starting to look dark for you.
To go. So we're going to keep going here. So for those still on the fence at this point, maybe it's about the money at the end of the day. We know it's a significant investment, and you might be wondering, will I see a return on this investment, which we all want when we're investing into any training or anything in life. And so if you're in that spot, this next guest is for you. We want to bring up somebody special. I already spotted him in the chat as well. So I'd love to welcome on Hero Ivan Wilson. He's been an awesome part of our community. So I'm going to give him a couple seconds.
Ivan hasn't joined yet.
Oh, I saw him in the chat. So maybe Ivan just...
I'm going to try and get him his link again, but
keep
your questions in the chat.
Perfect. Okay, well, I already know a lot of Ivan's story. So if we can't get him up here, it's okay. I'll just share about it. So back in Q4 of 2020, we were getting ready to launch Heroes Journey for the first time. And Ivan was really, seeing what you've maybe been seeing on Darren Daily, us talking about this new leadership program and that sort of thing. And Ivan was unemployed at the time because of COVID. And he was just wondering, he really wanted to be a part of this, but it was a risk because of the position that he was in at that time. And he even had to talk to his wife, I believe, correct, Missy, along the way just to make the decision if he should join Heroes Journey or not. And so, again, you might be in that situation too, maybe not unemployed, but still just wondering if this is the right place to invest right now in the next year. And Ivan has said it was the best decision he ever has made. And, making that one decision to be part of that has completely changed his life ever since. So I would love to hear Ivan say that directly versus it coming through me. But, we might get lucky. We might be able to find Ivan wherever he is and get him on in just a few minutes. So.
You did a great job, Kylie. Hey, before we move on to the next guest, I wanted to just celebrate Jerry Hodges. I see him over in the chat. He says, Hero Founder just signed up. I'm so excited. Rinse and repeat on my own was not working. And I need the accountability group and the support. So just another shout out to Thomas, our facilitator, and just this whole conversation around the help of going through as a group. So congratulations. Woo! Great job, Jerry.
Right. I think we should send Jerry a shirt. I think that deserves a hero shirt for that. So
Jerry
send you a shirt.
You can't buy them. You can't buy them. You can only earn them. So, those are
That's
hot
right.
commodities.
That's right. Yeah, look at it. Yay, Jerry. Way to go. All right. Sorry to derail. Go on.
I love it, Kylie. You can derail anytime. But since while we're waiting for Ivan, we also have, I'm so excited to bring on this special guest. Not only is she one of the 5 superheroes for the cohort this year, but she's also the superhero that is kicking us off for Module 1. And she's already been spreading her light and love all over in the Hero Hub this week. And the energy is off the charts from all of our members. And we're just so blessed to have her with us. By the way, before I bring her on, it's her birthday tomorrow. So if anybody wants to wish Cheryl Lee happy birthday, we'd love to give her some love. But happy birthday, Cheryl, tomorrow. And Marianne, if you want to go ahead and bring her on. There she is. Hello,
Hi,
Cheryl.
Hi.
Well, first of all, it's such a privilege for us to have you as one of our superheroes. You can tell us how week one has gone, if you can, that'd be great. How the kickoff went and how you're feeling about the cohort as someone that's been all over in the Hero Hub, where you're seeing the folks coming from and how they're feeling about it so far.
Yes, it's week one and it's already been so amazing and awesome. And I've been right in there getting to know the cohort, and we have a diverse group from all over the world, all ages, different backgrounds and occupations, and different stages of life and business. What's been so impactful for me is seeing the common instant connections, hundreds of people connecting. And I thought I'd share some of their words. I joined because I feel isolated and alone. It's time to reinvent myself and my business. I believe this group can help me, and then I can help others. I feel like I'm home. I want to become a 21st century leader that Darren talks about. I'm excited to be with like minded achievers. There's a lot of energy and excitement.
Love that. Thank you for bringing those comments, Cheryl. You've been absolutely awesome, and lots of happy birthday messages are coming your way. So you've been awesome.
Yeah, there's a reason why you're a superhero, Cheryl. I didn't even ask her to bring those testimonials. She just always goes above and beyond. So we appreciate you, Cheryl, and thanks for being on with us today. I have one more question for you. So I've loved hearing how excited everyone is as we launch week one, and it's a great start to the best year yet. And Cheryl, you are a dentist and you have your own practice, which already is, I'm sure, a lot. You also have 3 kids, including twins, and have every excuse to say you don't have the time to go through this year-long program. What would you say to anyone that is worried that they don't have the time to, that they don't think they have the time or capacity to go through a training program?
Right. I understand the challenges to find time for a year-long program. To me, it's just more, it's not about managing time, but really about transforming it. I refuse to spend another year living reactively, underutilizing my potential. By elevating myself, I uplift everyone around me, including my children, my team, and my patients. So, really, I make time for what's important to me. This morning, Mandy from North Carolina, her words really resonated deeply with me. And this is what she said. I decided this morning, finally, that now is the time, not to put this off for another year. And her decision mirrors my own conviction. Like Mandy and many others, I'm committed to elevating myself, and 2024 will be the best year ever. I am so excited to be part of this cohort, and I hope you all join me. And I'd love to get to know you and be next to you in this journey.
I actually saw that comment from Mandy, Cheryl, this morning, and I specifically put it in our A-team chat because I loved, she just decided to join, I believe it was yesterday or this morning. And so, last minute decision. We love our latecomers too. So, if you're joining us in the last 27 minutes, you're in that bucket. So you are loved as well. So thank you, Cheryl, for hopping on.
Kylie, you and I are known procrastinators. So to the procrastinators that are with us today, we love you and we honor you just the same.
Oh, am I a procrastinator? Maybe Darren would maybe agree with that statement. So. All right. So one more time, heroesjourney.com. I know Mariana's been popping it in the chat there. Also for our alumni, you get that special incentive. So once you go to heroesjourney.com, that live chat box at the bottom, go ahead, hit up Ginger or Emerald on the A-team, any of our other amazing member experience team. They will get you in the right spot so that you get that special alumni incentive. And also, I heard from Mariana that Ivan is here, everybody. Ivan is here. So we're excited to bring him up and see if he has anything to add to what I shared with his story. So let's see here. There he is. Hi, Ivan.
Hi, Ivan.
Hello, everyone. Kylie, you did such a great job. Bravo. Bravo. Well, I will add a little bit. I was unemployed due to company going out of business due to the COVID crisis. But I felt that wasn't time to feel sorry for myself or to worry. But the hero's journey opportunity spoke very deeply in me at that point. And I made it a goal in the fourth quarter of 2020 to be a part of that, even though, like I said, I was unemployed. But I wanted to discuss this with my wife. And I explained to her, the cost benefit of it. And to so much surprise, because I know how she is, she's very encouraging, understanding, and she was off 100% full board, wanted me to commit to it. So fast forward to now, after completing the Hero's Journey as a founding member, and after rinsing and repeating in 2022, the experience that I've experienced with the Hero's Journey, because each module that I went through, it was like I was a kid on Christmas, because I went downstairs, because she was working at home during the time in the home office. I would go downstairs like a kid, open the Christmas gift, and just explain to her how wonderful this program is, how enriching and deep and comprehensive. It was a joy, each module that I went through in the Hero's Journey. So fast forward to now, I can definitely say that this was one of the best decisions of my life. And I'm looking forward to going through this again, because I'm fully committed, and I'm going to be launching this new business, this dream that I have. And that was the whole purpose of joining the Hero's Journey, to kick this dream that I have, and I'm going to do it.
Amazing. Well, you're a bright light in our community, Ivan, and there's going to be tons of people in our community supporting you in that new venture. No doubt about it. So thank you so much for hopping on. Your words definitely hit me. I brought tissues just in case, because, I'm kind of a crier. But, we appreciate it. And, thank you so much. So we look forward to seeing what happens this year.
Yeah, and I love your Laffy Taffy jokes as well.
Thank you. Thank you.
Ivan, Darren's going to say, don't encourage that.
I know. All right. Well, thank you so much, Ivan. We've still got quite a bit to move through, everybody. 23 minutes to go till the doors close officially on this 2024 class. I can't believe we're even saying 2024. It's crazy.
Can we celebrate Hank Reardon for just a second? I saw him in the comments earlier, and we've had a couple people that celebrated him. He said, I just signed up my wife, my 2 daughters, and my son. So as a family, they're going to go through it together. Hank, that's incredible. And I saw your comments before where you were thinking about that because of a comment that someone else said about the family going through it together. So that's incredible. Congratulations. What an amazing decision. We've got that written down. I think Hank deserves a t-shirt too. What do you guys think?
I agree. T-shirt for him for sure.
All right, we got that down. Okay, Missy, are you up? Take it away.
All right, here I go. Well, we still have lots more fun coming, and the time is going fast, as Kylie said. And I want to show a quick clip from Darren for those who may be wondering why this program, what makes Hero's Journey different from other leadership training programs out there. And no one says it better than Darren, so we'll let him share. So Mariana, you want to go ahead and show that clip?
There's plenty of noise out there under the subject of leadership. Lots of information, bits and pieces here and there. Most all of it is irrelevant to the small and medium-sized enterprise. Most all of it is theoretical and not actionable at all, which is only confounding and frustrating. And most certainly, most all of it is outdated and irrelevant to the modern world and work culture of today. As we discussed, the world's radically changed and leadership has radically changed as well. There is very little actual training out there and nothing that is complete. There's no full-scale development system out there, delivered and experienced over an extended period of time, one that is fully immersive, engaging, and led by someone who has actually done it and been there. Not just read about it or, read about the promised land, but has been there, has mapped the route along the way, and is returning to simply hand you the map and then guide you on the route all along the way to the promised land. I hope you can see the difference. Hey, look, if we were already 6 months into this adventure together and you were already fully experiencing the power that you'll have to bring people together, to motivate, to persuade, to positively influence them to be more courageous, to pursue bigger and bolder goals, to realize much greater results as a team. And you were already seeing how this was having an effect on how you show up in your marriage, with your kids, with your friends, with your community, how your inspired example has made a positive ripple effect on all those around you. Then you probably wouldn't be saying right now, let me think about it, Darren. You'd be saying, let's get going now. Am I right? So get yourself enrolled now. And let me ask you an honest question. What exactly is the worst that can happen? What if I'm wrong and this doesn't work for you? What will you lose? Nothing. You still have my personal guarantee. So nothing is left to chance here. I am the only one taking a risk. I'm risking on you. You see that, right? I know that you are worth it. I'm willing to bet on you. How about you betting on you too?
All right. Well, what Darren finished was, how about you betting on you? And you heard it from Darren himself. He's willing to bet on you. So we hope that you're willing to bet on yourself as well. Not the Las Vegas kind of betting, but I was just there on Wednesday. It's why that came to my head. But I had the incredible opportunity to lead the community last year and really get to know them and hear their stories. And one story that I heard that really impacted me so much that I had to tell Darren and the rest of the team about it. It's about Kevin Power and the impact his accountability group with the Hero's Journey impacted not only him, but his new friends from the accountability group that eventually became like brothers. And when I shared this story with Darren, he was so moved by it that he wanted to share it with others as well. So we have made a Darren Daily out of it that you might have seen, as well as another video that really tells the story in a beautiful way. And by the way, you might need some tissues. Good thing Kylie's got hers on hand. But Mariana, you want to go ahead and roll the video?
In the beginning of Hero's Journey. That's how I first met Dan and how I first met Kevin. He'd had cancer for 9 years.
And then it got bad really quickly. And then he was told that, he has 3-4 months. So, he extended it until October this year.
He lasted a year in terminal status.
To the bewilderment of the doctors, actually, because they were like, how are you so cheerful? How are you and then how are you still here, right? Yet he was cheerful to everyone, not just us in our meeting, but that's how he was. And he helped a lot of people in that way too.
Because he really also taught us about friendship, about loyalty, about showing up, right? Like showing up was the biggest takeaway for Kevin. Like that, even when he was 1.75 feet in the grave and sick and beat to and showing up with an oxygen tube in his nose, he still show up. And the Tuesday before he died, Dad's like, holy shit, here comes Kevin. And Kevin pops up on the screen. When you're there with Kevin, it was just it was the first time in my life I'd ever been in a situation like that where it was painful, right? We were suffering.
Well, we did get close, very close in this short time, less than 2 years, right? Because we're not only learning together every week, we're processing life together, we're sharing how life's going, how the experiments we're integrating our lives are going. He was more willing to talk because we did create, together with the three of us, a safe space, psychologically safe space. We did get on some very deep topics.
But there was no limits to the depth of the conversation because we could ask. And nobody was insulted. Nobody took it the wrong way. We just
open-minded, shared,
our deep thoughts, fears, vulnerability at its finest. It was incredible. The weekly meetings were what really kept him going because he was motivated to show up.
He really steered us to connection with people. That's what's important. Don't defer it. Don't delay it. There's no more time. That's really what really kicks it into a higher gear. It's 10x or 100x multiplier. The people who do it know it, right? And Kevin went from previous year Hero's Journey solo to last year Hero's Journey with us, and he felt it tremendously. It's I had this epiphany a month ago, which all of that we learned together, that fed into my I'm happy now. Life's good, and the modules, the curriculum, we of course watched it, pondered on it, took notes. Oftentimes someone would say, wait. This was profound. That's how it is. What does it mean? I should have said nothing in that situation. That would probably be better. Let me try it tomorrow, right?
When we come back next week, we're going to report in. I need to start connecting with my kids every night. And I wrote, hug my kids every night before I went to bed. And then I started doing it every day.
And it worked. Beautiful.
It worked. And we took that from Kevin, right? Connection was the greatest gift I think Kevin gave us.
He's looking down on us. Thank you, Kevin.
I don't know if I've ever been able to watch that without getting emotional. Such an incredible story of the power of our associations. Well, we're so blessed to have Paul, who you saw in the video, come on with us and talk more about the accountability group with Kevin and Danny and how that impacted his life. So, Mariana, can you bring Paul on, please? Hi, Paul.
Hello. Okay,
So
way to
good
make
to
me
see you.
cry right out of the gate. My gosh.
We're sorry about that. It's hard not to with that. And thank you for, if it wasn't for you sharing your story, none of us would be impacted with that. So thank you so much. And who would have thought the impact it would have had on so many?
Yeah.
And we'd love to hear from you on those that are watching this now, so they can hear of the impact that the hero's journey and specifically your after action huddle group has had on you.
Yeah, I've been following Darren Hardy and Tony Robbins and everybody and Jack Canfield since I was 19, and I can say that the Hero's Journey program was undeniably the best money I ever spent. And the course was fantastic, but I think even more was the relationship that Dan and Kevin and I established right at the beginning of Hero's Journey. Dan sent out this long email, "You must have this," and it was like this long, and it was kind of funny. But Kevin and I were the only two that replied, and then we met every week, and it was without question. And Kevin was always the first guy on it, and I think I beat Kevin to the session once or twice just because I logged on a half an hour ago and walked away and came back. But Kevin was there no matter what, and it was like I said, it's like Kevin showed us the power of commitment. And he gave us a front row seat because when we met Kevin, he had cancer and he was in remission, but then he got sick and he became terminal. And so we had a front row seat watching Kevin die, really. And Kevin showed us so many valuable lessons on showing up for one, no matter what. Because if Kevin had an excuse, Kevin had a hockey sock full of excuses of not to be there. And he showed up in his deathbed. He showed up. He had half of his jaw removed, so he couldn't drink anything. So he often showed up with a Kleenex in his mouth, and we'd be doing the exercises together. He showed up once. He had a bandage on his throat. We had an operation, and he was bleeding. And he was like, damn thing won't stop bleeding. And then he'd sit there, and times he'd be in so much pain, he would just be like, and Dan and I'd be like, "Hey, you okay, buddy?" And he'd be like, just hang on a minute. And then he showed up with an oxygen tube in his nose. And then he showed up from hospice. And he showed up 5 days before he died. Like, we just sent Kevin a message, "Hey, you're late for the meeting." And next thing you know, it's like, "Hey, there comes Kevin." And his wife is holding the camera and his daughter's in the background. And he showed up no matter what. And it was remarkable. And the Hero's Journey was an amazing course, but the relationships that you develop, the bonds with your after action huddle, and Dan and I still meet today. We have met every week for 2 full years now. And I can tell you that connection and the conversations and the communication that has evolved from the Hero's Journey programs has just been a life changer. It's just been an absolute game changer. It showed the value of connection. Like, the value of connection has been just incredible. And, it's like, you will never spend better money on yourself. And I could tell you that even Darren showed up different in this program. I've never seen Darren be so vulnerable. I've never seen Darren be so real and talk about his dad like he has, and his mom and all of that. And it's different when you're vulnerable. It's different when you show up. It's different when you're real and you're authentic and you come to the game ready to play.
Absolutely.
It was
wow.
Amazing.
Wow. Well, thank you for sharing with us today, Paul. We are all better for hearing your story. And in fact, We've been so inspired by Kevin that we will be having an hour where we meet virtually together with all the heroes in the cohort after each stage, and we'll be calling them our Power Hour in honor of Kevin Power. So we're so blessed to have such remarkable members in our community. And so thank you again for being on with us today, Paul. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
Yes. Thank you so much, Paul.
Yes. And speaking of remarkable, Allie, who do we have on next?
Absolutely. Well,
I do want to say something really, really quick for anybody that's still on here in this amazing hour. We're only down to 10 minutes. And like I said, Chris on the A team already has things locked and loaded. And so, if you're thinking about it, I mean, after that story with Paul and Kevin Power, if that didn't hit you like it hit us, it's probably not right for you at this point. But if it did, hurry on over to heroesjourney.com and get in. One thing, we have got these lovely tumblers that I hadn't had a chance to mention yet. We got a new stock in yesterday. And so Darren had actually told me anyone who joins us in this last hour, again, we love our latecomers too, little procrastinators over there. It's okay. You'll catch right up this weekend with the rest of the Hero Hub. But Darren will throw in this extra cool tumbler. It's even got the straw and everything so that you can stay extra hydrated while you're going through the vigorous journey of Hero's Journey. So,
and Kylie, while you were saying that, I saw the chat, and there are a few that just joined us. So Daryl White, welcome. He just finished joining. So we're super excited to have him. So he gets one of those tumblers, right? That's one of the gifts.
Yes, surprise, Daryl.
Woohoo!
So
there was someone else. Marcy's
Marcy. Marcy's in too.
So welcome, Marcy.
So there were a few questions we will probably go over a few minutes. But again, the doors will be closed at that point, but we still have some great stories to share and guests to bring on. But before we get there really quick, there's been some questions. So I want to make sure that we cover those too. And let's see, Laura Armstrong Goss, who we love, part of our community, she said she's heard between 5 and 10 for After Action Huddle, and then 3 to 5. How important is that number? So our facilitators are starting these groups and forming them. We would say after having many people go through it and their feedback, about 8 max is great. With that said, you can go up to 10 and no. Well, Thomas Peterson was a great example of saying no one's ever been left behind out of his group. There could be fall off. It's human nature. And so, but anywhere in that buffer. And then also new people can join your group throughout the year just as things evolve along the way as well. Let's see, Mateo asked how much time. I think we covered that earlier as well. Any other questions that you saw?
I see one about watching the videos and wondering if they're recorded. They are recorded. So this is a watch on your own time. And so that's where we were talking about finding that consistent time block that works for you has been the most critical part of being able to stay consistent with those. So yes, you're in the office Monday through Friday, 7 to 7. Then you can schedule this outside of those hours to still be able to watch those as well. Are we ready for our next guest?
Really quickly,
awesome.
I just want to shout out Rebecca House. Just said, thank you for doing this. It tipped me over the edge. I joined with my daughter. So
yay!
We're so happy to have you with us, Rebecca. Tumbler for both of you.
Awesome. Sorry for yelling.
You get a tumbler. You get a tumbler. Darren's probably doing that behind the scenes watching. And by the way, ladies, Darren sent us a text message that said, "You're doing awesome, ladies," with 4 exclamation points. So thanks, Darren.
4. Thanks, Darren. Appreciate that. Okay, well, we've got just 7 minutes left, so let's try to bring this home strong. I'm really, really honored to introduce our next guest. So if you're still on the fence, you're wondering, this is a full year-long program. These people seem really committed to this, but how do they do this without sacrificing time away from their family? Now, Dave Copesell, he's another superhero who's going to be serving as a guide throughout our 2024 cohort. He's been such a gift to our community and the people who've been lucky enough to be connected with him. So, Mariana, can you bring on Dave for us, please? Hi, Dave.
Hello.
Hello,
everyone.
welcome.
How are you?
Absolutely
How
wonderful.
is everybody?
Thank you for joining. Yes.
Thank you for the opportunity to be here. So, Hero's Journey 2024. It's going to be the most epic year. I can't wait for it. It's really exciting. So what can I tell you about the Hero's Journey is that, yes, Darren calls it the Leadership Growth Development System. And I also want to add on that it's a life growth development system, because it's more than just about leadership. It's about the human. It's about you. And if you're on the fence about doing this, I will tell you, it is something that will change you personally and change those around you, because how you show up in their life. It will help change relationships positively, your business environment, your family dynamics, and it'll hit you spiritually, emotionally, physically, mentally, in all aspects. And just want to tell you a little bit about my journey with this. Is that, when you're ever on the fence about investing in yourself or the people around you, that's the time to do it. And I was on the fence about doing it. And when I made my investment with myself and then into 10 people deep into my team, it radically changed our environment and our relationships. It gave us an avenue to become vulnerable with each other and also to understand each other. And I'll tell you about the hero's journey is that Darren has done the work. Our job is to show up consistently and to hear and to learn and to see how this can apply to our lives. Allow the content to work for you and show up consistently, because that's what's helped really change my life, is being more consistent with my learning. So I hope that helps out
Absolutely.
there.
Absolutely.
That was great.
So thank you so much for the opportunity to speak out today. And man, this is awesome. It's so good to see that families are getting involved. I mean, it truly
I
is.
know.
I signed up both my sons and my son-in-law. So we got like a quad group going on at home. Then we got another group going off the hero's journey, and I got signed up another group this year to go with my work as well. So I got 3 groups going on my side. So it's great.
Hero's journey, everything over there, Dave.
I got the group. I got the shirt. Okay. And,
we're all matching.
It's wonderful. So thank you very much for the opportunity to be here. And guys, get signed up. Get signed up. I promise you, it will help you in ways you could never imagine.
Amazing.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, Dave.
If you're thinking about it, only 3 minutes left. Chris has the thing on lockdown over here, so I don't think he can, pause the break. So, if you're
Linda, Alexis,
you better start typing really quick. Name, address. Your address has to go in there because we do ship you one of those beautiful guidebooks as well, and we will get that out quickly, so that way that can reach you. But we also do have a virtual copy. So if you're wondering, I can't start this without my guidebook, if I sign up right now, don't worry, we've got you covered. We got module 1 all set to go in virtual digital form. So you'll be set, and then you can just transfer your answers later once that guidebook arrives. So let's keep going here.
Perfect. I was trying to interrupt you, Kylie, but you're so good about just keep talking. Linda, where'd she go now? Linda's in. Linda Alexis, congratulations. She is in right under the wire. Okay.
Good for you.
Yes. One for you as well. Kylie, was there anything
really quick. This is just more of a fun thing because we've only got 2 minutes left, and that's not the only thing that's closing down, not just Heroes Doors, but we are also closing our Hardy Bowl. So if anybody's in the Hardy Bowl competition, go ahead and put hashtag Hardy Bowl. It's our final countdown. So it's been a year-long community competition. Everybody racing to try to get to San Diego next month. Darren's doing an in-person mastermind. He hasn't done that since way before COVID times. So we're really excited. It's going to be 50 of our top community members who, to get a spot, one of the winning spots, you had to enroll and join us in Hero's Journey or Business Masterclass over the last year. And so that's coming to an end. We've got these awesome jerseys for the winners too. It's even got Hardy 24 on the back and everything. So,
by the way, shout out to Ginger on the A team whose husband made those jerseys. So free product placement there for him, Ginger. Yep. You're welcome. We need to say congratulations to Warren Rosenberg. He's in. We've got 1 more minute. Congratulations, Warren, and welcome. So, Kylie, we're down to the wire. Do you want to bring us home, or are we gonna?
Yep, we've got just one last message from Darren, everybody. Okay. So, Mariana, you wanna roll that from Darren?
Okay, so we are at the end here. Now is the time. The time has come for you to make an important decision. Are you going to choose to become indispensable or allow the fast progressing world to leave you behind? Are you going to rise up to be the exception? Or is being part of the average good enough for you? All I can tell you is you weren't born to be good. You are here to be great. To play small is a sin against your nature. You were designed for greatness. Be sure of that. But you weren't born great. Greatness is developed. You grow into greatness. This right here, this growth adventure is what it is that you have been looking for. The world needs your contribution. The world needs your originality, creativity, and humanity. The world needs your guts, passion, and relentlessness. The world needs your excellent work and the impact that it delivers. The world needs your leadership and an inspiring example. The world needs you. The world right around you. The ones who look up to you. They are the ones counting on you to choose to step up and lead. As Aristotle said, choice, not chance, determines your destiny. The only thing different between you and any leader that you respect and admire is they made the choice to answer their call. Now that choice is before you. Will you answer?
Hello, for anyone still out there. Darren let us know, we just cut it off right then when he came back from that video. So, we're back really quick just so that everybody knows. We did say thank you and all the things backstage, but nobody heard us. So we're here just to sign off and thank you for joining us. This was an experiment, a test, and it was so much fun. We love getting together with you in the community. And Missy, I did want to tell everybody, if you were mid-entering in your info to join us and the door slammed shut on you, Ginger and Emerald are on live chat on the page right now. So they'll stay around as long as they need to help you get in over the next hour or so. So be sure to do that right away if you were thinking about it and you're ready to do so. And so, Missy, go ahead and close the show out.
Well, it's a good thing they missed my first goodbye because I was bawling through it all. So I'm just kidding, but I'm so grateful for all our precious alumni that came today. We adore you. Thank you for helping answering questions in the chat and encouraging those who haven't yet embarked on this journey. We just are so grateful for you coming today. And we're also grateful for the incredible guests that we had that really inspired us. So thank you for joining us, everyone. And thank you to all our new heroes who stepped up. We are so happy to have you with us, and we know the year ahead will be truly epic. And bye-bye for now.
Bye.